Hi friends, welcome back to SQL with Ravimartha. This is part 11 of this video series. So this is SQL Server tutorial series for beginners, and in today's session we'll see what are aliases in SQL and what types of aliases present in SQL. Example, we have column alias, table alias in SQL. So we'll understand with some examples what are aliases in SQL. So let's get started. Right, so for aliases, I have connected to SSMS now. So let's understand what is an alias. Alias nothing but it's a short name given to a column or a table. And this is a temporary name currently assigned to that particular table or a column. As you know, the types of aliases in SQL is column alias and table alias. That means for a particular column, if you want to rename that column, we can do it. And for the table also, if you want to shorten the name, usually in real time we may have long table names, example which is having 50 characters or 100 characters, right? So in order to, for the usability, we will shorten the name and we'll give an alias to that particular table, and we'll see the column alias first. Here I have two tables. One is the select star from TBL employee table, which is having around 8 records and having these many columns. And the next one is we have TBL department table, so which is having 4 rows. Let's see the column alias first. So for the select star from TBL employee, so if I want to, I'll take the column list first. So for that, just press Alt F1 to get the column list, the shortcut, and I'll take first 4 columns for now. I'll do a comma separation, press Alt and drag it. So it is comma separated now. Let's select this particular table. Now we have 8 rows and 4 columns since we have selected only 4 rows. Example, if I want to change the column name, what I can do is, right, I can say date of joining. If I want to write full form of this column, date of joining, I can do that, right? So when we execute these two queries together, we can see the change. So here in the first one we have DOJ and the second one is date of joining. That means we are trying to rename the column from DOJ to date of joining. So this is nothing but a column alias, right? And you can use the as keyword, or even if you don't use the as keyword, it will give the same result, right? So it gives the same result. So as is optional, but it is more readable when you use as keyword, right? Next one is the table alias. So let's quickly check that as well. Table alias nothing but we are renaming, or we are giving a short name to the table. It's a temporary name. Select star from table employee. So this is the table, and now we are renamed it as E, right? And this is more useful when you try to use it in join. Example, if you run these two tables are being joined on the department ID, right? Let's quickly spin up these two tables with a simple join. Table employee join the TBL department table, and you are aliasing the table as D, right? And the join condition is, now we have E dot. Once you type E dot, that means it is recognizing the column list from the employee table. That means the short name, that is capital E, which we have given, it is case insensitive. You can give small e or capital E, it doesn't make any difference in SQL Server, right? So the TBL employee is currently renamed as E so that it has recognized the column list. So DEPT underscore department. If you see the department ID in department table, that is without underscore DEPT ID, but in the TBL employee table we have DEPT underscore ID. So that means the column list, this particular is column from the employee table, right? And we have shortened the name of the department with D. So capital D. I mean, it's case insensitive. Anyway, don't worry about that. So we have D dot department ID. So that means it is recognizing the column, right? Here E and D are table aliases, right? Now we can run this query. So this is nothing but, so this is more helpful when you're working with many tables or the tables which is having longer length, right? And it's a good practice to, when you're working with tables, right, you can give a meaningful name. Basically, when you are working with real-time tables, right, you may have n number of tables. Sometimes you might have to join with 8 or more than 8 tables, right? So in that case we can say EMP, that means employee table, we can say, and here DEPT, that means we can understand, okay, this is the employee table EMP, and DEPT is a department table, so that it's easy to work with while debugging the SQL, right? So this is nothing but table alias. Okay, and if you have any other questions, feel free to comment in my YouTube video link. And also, if you have any other questions, just drop an email to sql.ravimartha@gmail.com. And please subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. And thank you, and have a great day. Thanks for your time.